Yeah, my server.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon. This is the post-race Zoom press conference for the Circle K Spring Creek National from Spring Creek Quebec Park. The halfway point of the championship this season. The 250 class is here with us to start. We have today's winner, Jeremy Martin, with us, as well as our runner-up finisher, Michael Moseman, as well as Justin Cooper. All three of these guys enjoyed a great day today. Jeremy, why don't we start with you as our winner? Obviously, this has been a trying year for you. It hasn't gone the way you anticipated, but you're showing everybody what you're made of. You're showing that nothing's going to hold you back. When you want to win, you're going to do whatever it takes to do so. We saw that epitomized today with your performance. A big 1-1 for you in front of your hometown crowd on your home track. Your third win at this track. Talk about your day. Talk about what it feels like to overcome as much as you have so far this season just to get back on top of the podium. And even full season, I know you think the championship hopes are maybe dashed, but maybe not. So what are your thoughts about everything that you did today and what it looks like moving forward for you?
Oh man, today was really cool. It was really special. I mean, it's been a terrible year for me, obviously this year. With getting hurt in Supercross and then being in contention right away for the outdoors and then going down right away. I was like, my God, dude, I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing when I'm out there, but it's been a rough year. So to get a 1-1 today at the hometown track was like really good, obviously, because I'm kind of supposed to win at home, right? So that was nice, and hopefully we can carry some momentum into Washougal, and just really happy about today and got good starts, and stoked.
Awesome. Michael, move it over to you. Career best day for you. Second overall is the best of your career. Your second place finish in that final moto is the best moto finish for you. A big day all in all for the Gas team. You've been obviously there all season long. You've been arguably, the third, fourth fastest guy, fifth fastest guy. You've been in that top 5 group all season long. Just some other things have kind of gotten in the way of your results and haven't really shown what your speed has been. How does it feel to finally just kind of put it all together today, get on the box, and how are you feeling with the momentum you now have moving forward?
Feels good. I think I've known it for a little bit now, but to not see it on the weekends and to have various issues go on and to really just get my feet under me again is really nice. And man, it's kind of a bummer that this is a career first to get a second place in outdoor moto. I feel like I should have got that by now, but we'll celebrate and go grab some cookies or something. So I'm excited. I think it definitely gives me confidence and motivation, and Washougal was one of my favorite tracks as well. So as well as Spring Creek. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. And now Justin, over to you. I know you said it yourself on the broadcast and on the podium that you didn't think you rode your best today, but you still ended up on the podium. You now have the hold of the red plate. You're the guy with the control now, and you have the bullseye in your back. I know it's a position you expect to be in and you want to be in. So all things considered, it was a positive day for you. You came out with the momentum and the advantage. But how are you feeling with that podium result? How are you feeling now with the position of the red plate, and what's next for you as we get into the second half of the season?
Yeah, obviously it's great to have the red plate, and it's what we focus on. We focus on the championship, and I feel like at this point in my career, there's nothing else that I'd be going for. I've been like the top guy in the class for a little bit now, and it's I got the Supercross title, and I would love to add this to the resume. So that's been the goal the whole time. It's only the halfway point, so we still have a lot of work to do, and we're just trying to maximize the points every time out, and it's definitely helping with good starts. And overall, I'm really happy on the day. Not happy with my riding really, but there's always stuff to work on, and that's part of the challenge, to be better every weekend and admit to what you're not doing right, and it's a chance to grow going into the next weekend. So that's still going to be the plan. Just obviously do the best we can every time out. And yeah, being in this position, you really have to know that and expect that of yourself. So that's the goal for sure.
All right, we'll open it up to the media. Please use the raise your hand feature. Anthony Sensota, we'll start with you.
Thanks, Brendan. Anthony Sensota here, MotoOnline.com. I'll go back to Jeremy Martin. Jeremy, obviously great day for you. Where were you physically coming into this round, and what did you expect from yourself today when you lined up?
Man, honestly, if I would have gotten a Moto win and just an overall podium spot today, I would have been stoked. I mean, last week after Southwick, I rode on Tuesday and I did a 30-minute moto and I was pretty happy. I mean, I made it about 20 minutes in and then I kind of faded and was kind of struggling. And then, obviously the hand was kind of hurting me. And then I finished out the day. I rode a little bit on Thursday and then, I was just ready to go for the hometown race. And, I'm able to start riding a little bit more, which is really nice to get to find the edge and to get the groove. I mean, these guys are so fast out there. So just getting that seat time in has definitely helped me. And then, but I'm also not trying to ride too much because my wrist obviously does kind of bother me. So the hand's definitely better. It's still a little bit painful, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just stoked to get a 1-1 at the hometown deal. It's a neat, really special deal.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Awesome. Andrew for Vista Moto, you're next.
Hey, thank you, Brendan. Hey, Jeremy, back to you. If you spend any time at a practice track, you see a lot of riders, not at your level, but at amateur level, that fall and never come back to the sport, or they come back and they are not what they were. You have suffered a lot of injuries, more, more than anyone. How do you explain how you're able to come back with a win today or ride as a champion, win the race today at your hometown after what you've been through? What keeps you mentally stable or focused despite what you've been through?
Man, sometimes I kind of wonder if I can keep it together, but no, I think the biggest thing is that, we're in sport and you're going to get hurt. Right. And, I accept that my sport is risky and I just want to win and I want to be the best. And and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And I understand that, sometimes in life, we're not always dealt ideal cards, right? And you can sit back and you can cry about it. You can say, why me, or why this, or why that? But, I like to think that I'm a fighter and I want to be able to make the best of my situation right now. And I feel like I'm trying to do that. And, yeah, I mean, life isn't always perfect and it's not easy. And it's, just, this stuff is shaping me up for the next part of my life too, for phase 2 after my career's done. And, there's going to be setbacks then too. So, I think it's just a part of life. And, you can either, like I said, cry about it, or you just move forward and, yeah, make the best of it.
Great. Thank you.
Nick from Moto Limited.
Yeah, thank you. So we will go to Mr. Michael Moseman. Michael, on the podium today, look great. Hey, Will Hahn joins the team and we see you on the podium. Is it a coincidence or is there a little bit more to it? How's it been since Will has joined your program?
So actually, I did not train with Will this past week. We had talked about making the switch, but I was still in Florida, and the team said, no, you're in Florida, you're with Alden, train with Alden. So he's been there helping on the weekends, and I think he adds a lot to the team, and to me, I think just from a mental standpoint, to have someone who's raced, understands and who's able to address those things, and isn't just telling you how to do it, but has never done it before, and so someone who can understand and communicate well, and I think it's definitely had an effect. Just working on the weekends, but I'm going to California. I'm going to start working with him this week, and so we'll see if we can keep it going. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, congratulations, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Anthony, back to you.
Thanks. Go back to Michael Moseman. Michael, you mentioned you were working with Alden a little bit. How is it working down there with him? And have you spent much time down there?
Yeah, so I've been working with Alden for the past, 4 years or something. I was, I think 17, 18 when I moved right after my rookie year, and I've been based down at the Baker's factory for quite some time now. And it's actually going to be a big move for me, getting out of what I've been used to. And, the team's got Will, and they have a lot of faith in him. And it's been good working with Alden. He's, he demands respect, and because of that, when he, gives you a compliment, it means something. And when he gives criticism, it means something. And so it's definitely been important in my career, and to have that base, and, those guys do, probably more riding than anyone. We joke around there. It's like, boot camp never ended. It just keeps going through the season. So, he's definitely helped me a lot throughout the years, and I'm also looking forward to a change. So,
Nice. Congrats on today.
thank you.
Kellen Brower, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Colin Brower here from RacerX. Jeremy, I'm curious, you have the home field advantage, the home track advantage here, and we talk about it a lot, but I'm curious if there's things about the track that from having grown up here that was helpful for you to kind of conserve your energy or conserve your body throughout the day, whether it's jumping through braking bumps a certain way or line selection or things like that.
Man, that's a really good question. And I kind of feel like for me, I'd say that really benefits me on this track is it. I see, I know how I should ride it, right? So like in practice, I didn't have that limit, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to race these guys today or be able to be strong enough to. Jay Coop was just crazy fast, and I was P5 in practice. So, we made a couple adjustments, and I was able to find what I wanted for the track, the flow, and like the comfort. And then that's when I kind of came alive. But yeah, as far as like hopping bumps and kind of having a home field advantage, I know that the track has kind of developed a harder base over the years, with a little bit of kind of a looser sand feel. But I try to hop bumps every weekend at every race, and I try to, wheelie bumps or this or do that. And, pick up lines like Jay Coop had a couple good lines and stuff like that I wasn't taking. So I kind of caught some of them, and then vice versa. And Moseman was kind of saying earlier today that he even saw some lines that, he kind of caught me. And then I kind of felt someone come on me, and I was like, man, I need to change it up here because he caught me. So I guess I just adapt to whatever the day or the outcome of what the track is providing. You just make adjustments then and there,
Awesome. Thanks.
Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Brendan, is that me? I'm sorry, Raritha?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Justin Cooper. Hey, can you talk a little bit about a few weeks ago, you said you were going back to the track to work on some weaknesses. I don't know, the more I follow you, the more I see that you're on the podium, it seems, all the time, whether it's Supercross or Motocross. What would you say are your weaknesses?
I don't know if I'll say my weaknesses on here, but being on the podium is great every weekend, but we're trying to, it's kind of frustrating at the same point because we're trying to win, the championship, and I've only won one race. So it's, we've had 6 different winners. The class is definitely tough, and it's definitely thick. So it's really important to be up front every moto. And I feel like I've done a good job with that. And the times I've been behind, I've done what I could. So, yeah, just little, everyone has their weaknesses. I just have a couple that I feel like I could be, do things a little bit better out there. And that's kind of just going against my style too, because I've had these habits for a while, and it's hard to just go out and change stuff like that on the spot. So it's always a work in progress. And like I said, being on the podium every weekend is great, but we don't want to be, on the second and third step. We want to be on the top step. And when you get that and then you don't for a while, it's, it builds up that frustration. And in order to win championships, you got to go out and be the guy winning races sometimes. So we're working, we're doing what we can. And I feel like, it's all coming. We're getting stronger and we're getting better. We're learning a lot. So yeah, we're just going to keep moving and I think it'll come.
All right, thank you.
Nick, go ahead.
Awesome. So let's go back to Michael Moseman. Michael, just going back with what you were saying about Baker's Factory, I'm just interested whether you as a rider there, is the morale different now that there's so many of these riders that are currently leaving Baker's Factory and going after different programs? Is it still the same feeling as it was when you first started there? And what are the motivating factors of wanting that change? What's causing that in your head to go, okay, let's go back to California?
Yeah, fair question. It's not so much me wanting the change. I do welcome it, but it's been led, primarily by my team, and they've had a good relationship with Will for a while. And the morale and all that, it's kind of ebbs and flows, and it's not exactly one thing at any given point. And with a couple guys leaving, I think I would be there if it wasn't for just some of these team things and wanting to but I welcome it too, and I recognize that I look forward to a change, and I'm excited. And I think one thing that can get tough is when you're doing the same thing for years, and you're going through the motions, and at some point, like, you just need something fresh to shake it up, and it can affect motivation, like the day to day. It's like I've been doing this and I've been doing this and I've been doing this, and so I think there's a few guys that are feeling that, just being there for a while and maybe looking for a type of change. But it's a good program. It's a winning program. I mean, look at the statistics. It's kind of insane. So Alden's never going to run out of guys that are willing and eager to follow him anywhere.
Yep.
And who knows, I might end up being back there. So
absolutely awesome. I appreciate the honesty. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Alex Gobert.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Alex Gobert, MotoOnline.com. I'll keep it with Michael Moseman. We obviously saw you start the season strongly there at Fox Raceway, and had to sit out that round, and now back and on the podium here at Spring Creek. Is this an opportunity for you to essentially press restart on your season and really try and get some consistency in the second half?
Totally. Yeah. Man, started out the season like best I ever had. I think I went 4-4 or something for fourth, and I was really close to getting third. I think I made one mistake at one point. I was in position and felt good, had good speed, confidence was high, and then had some bike issues at Thunder Valley. But I mean, I came from like 18th to 4th, and I was catching third. Like I had a lot of good things going on at Thunder Valley. But you just, it didn't show up, and it was, Moseman, what's going on with him? You got 10th. And it's like, no, I nursed the bike. And, talking about bike issues, like a sensitive thing in the team, they don't really say, it's like, it's a complex thing. It's not just, gas have issues. Like, that's not the case. But I think we sorted it out now. And absolutely the second half of the year, I'm looking forward to just putting some consistency together. I'm got nothing to lose. I don't even keep track of points anymore, and I'm just out there to have fun and to try to battle with these guys and try to win some races and really build momentum for a good push next year to win the Supercross title and Motocross title. Like, I think I'm in a good place, and just signed a 2-year deal, and they're expecting me to win. So to get momentum for this season is really a lot for the next. So.
No worries. Thank you. Well done.
Andrew, your turn.
Hopefully that's me, right, Brendan?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, Brendan. Hey, Justin Cooper, back to you. Do you think about MX Nations, or are you still focused on? I mean, obviously you're focused on the championship, but does that ever come into your bandwidth or your mindset, or is that just not part of your thinking at the moment?
Yeah, it's in the back of my mind. Definitely need some redemption there, considering my Sunday didn't go too well after winning the qualifying race, but it's definitely, you know, the priority is winning this MX title first, and you don't get much from, I mean, you get to represent your country, but you don't get much from that. So the main focus is doing this MX title for myself, and you know, something I really want, and I've worked hard to get to this point, and definitely want to keep the priority on that. And you know, I'm sure the whole donations thing will come about at some point, but until then, yeah, just keep focusing on the task at hand, and yeah, definitely need some redemption there. So that'd be cool to do that again.
Thank you.
Anthony Sensoda.
Thanks, Brandon. Anthony Sansota, MotoOnline.com. Justin Cooper, I'll go back to you. How's it going down in Florida, and are you feeling like it's helping you progress as the season wears on?
Yeah, it's been awesome. After High Point, we went down there to the goat farm. It's definitely a work in progress, but we've been getting the job done, getting in the riding that we need, and you know, we get to ride that different type of dirt. So that's always a good thing. I've been stuck in California for like 3 years now for this outdoor series, and always seem to struggle on the softer dirt because I just don't have the timing on it. So it's hard to, you know, just get right into the swing of things over there and expect it to do wonders, you know, with such little time like prep. But it definitely helps, you know, keep the, I guess we're riding it now, so we're learning more and more each week about the East Coast dirt, and it's definitely nice to change things up coming from California. And yeah, but it's been going great. We have most of the riders down there, and we have to push each other just like we do in California. And you know, we've been letting the track get pretty rough, so it's been fun. We're headed back to California from here and for this last Shugle, but we'll be back there, and yeah, prepping for the last, I guess, before those last two California rounds, we'll be all the way through in Tallahassee, and you know, see where we're at when we come back to California for the last two.
Cool. Thanks, Justin.
Alex Gobert.
Hey, is Jeremy still there?
Yes.
Yeah, still here.
Yeah, for J-Mart. Days like today, obviously, they're the results you work for and everything. I'm not sure what your plans are for 2022, but you know, rides like this show what you're capable of. So for you, where would you ideally be next year? Would it be at the same team? Would it be on the 450? Can you shed any light on that situation?
Yeah, man, we'll see. I mean, I made some comments in the beginning of the year, obviously, that this would be my last 250 year, but I didn't even feel like I got a fighting chance yet this year, honestly. So, you know, I'll take it on the chin. I'll get a lot more comments, but I'll probably be 250 again next year, and you know, go from there. That's probably my future, to be honest with you guys. So, yeah, there it is.
Still the same team or potentially different?
I don't know. I have to wait and see. I'm not supposed to say nothing.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Well done.
Trent, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Trent. Moto Limited Show. I'll stay with J-Mart. Jeremy, last year at Millville, you were on the Geico Honda, and you and Ferrandis had that epic battle. You got on that Yamaha that you were chasing all last year. Was it much better riding that Yamaha around Millville this year and having that, quote unquote, extra power?
You know, it was kind of funny. Like I haven't done Mount Martin all year. Like, it's just a lot of work to doze it in. And not to mention my dad doesn't like to open it up because it is so steep. Obviously, it grows grass most of the year, and that kind of helps keep the soil obviously much better at the top. yeah, I hit Mount Martin, and I was like, wow, that was sweet. I felt like I was on a 450, you know, and then I tripled up, and then I landed, and then I clicked next gear, and I was like, man, this thing is barking pretty hard. I was impressed, that's for sure.
Yeah, awesome job, man. Congratulations.
Nick, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go to Justin Cooper. Justin Cooper, some of the words you used to describe today, mediocre, need a lot of improvements. This next week, what's some of the things you think that you need to work on leading into the next round next weekend to get back up to where you think is satisfactory?
Yeah, that's just talking like championship mindset. I think those words, you expect a lot of yourself, and I expect myself to make, a good push at this championship, and I just hate leaving points on the table. And I felt like I didn't, ride the best today, but all in all, I ended up getting some pretty bad arm pump in that first moto, and that kind of did it for me there. But the second moto, I felt like I just ran out of steam, and I can't really afford to do that. So just frustrated in that case. But going into this next week, it's it's a different track. Everything's different, and we show up to race. So show up to race every time and do the best I can, and not really going to work on anything specific. It's just showing up on race day and delivering. So at some point it becomes kind of how bad you want it, and I just feel like I didn't give 100% all the way to the checkered flag today. So that's just the only reason that I'd be frustrated with how today went.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Justin. Cheers.
All right, one last question for the group, for all three riders. Anyone can take it, but we've seen 6 different riders take the win in the first 6 rounds of the season. This is a historic level of parity in this class. You've all been in the thrust of it pretty much all year long. What is your guys' opinion? What has been the difference maker from one week to the next for any single one of you? Is it really just starts? Is it a combination of things? Like, what has made this class so competitive this year, and what's it going to take to try and break this trend and somebody take hold of this class and maybe carry it through to the rest of the second half of the season? Coop, we'll give it to you since you're the point leader now.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it's obviously pretty hectic in the class right now, and I don't expect much to change. We have a lot of people trying to prove things to themselves and the team. So it's good to see for the class. It's good to see for the sport. I don't know the last time we've had 6 winners in 6 races. Obviously, I'll be the guy, winning some more races, and obviously don't want it to be like that. But at the end of the day, everyone's giving their all, and I feel like it's going to stay that way because there's a lot of people that can win, and if people are feeling themselves that day, it's you see it. You see guys step up on certain days, and it's like I said, it's good to see for the class. Just I don't know if people are gonna. It's hard to be consistent. That's really the main thing I've tried to focus on, and I feel like maybe not taking control of the championship through race wins. It's going to be through consistency, which I've done. Obviously, going for the best result I can every weekend, but if I've been scoring pretty good points lately, so it's gonna, I think, continue to stay like this. I'm obviously going to try and change that, but it's it's been tough. A lot of people out there.
All right. Well, thank you, you 3. Congratulations on your day, and we will see you guys at Wash Google.